The crystalline conference chamber aboard the neutral station Concordia fell into stunned silence as Ambassador Sarah Chen pushed back her chair with deliberate precision. The soft hum of the station's gravity generators seemed unnaturally loud in the vacuum of shocked quiet that followed. "The Terran Federation withdraws from these negotiations," Chen announced, her voice carrying across the vast amphitheater where representatives from 47 species had gathered. The translation matrices embedded in each delegate's neural interface crackled with the weight of her words in dozens of languages. Supreme Chancellor Vex Thara of the Zephyrian hegemony, her 6 arms frozen mid-gesture, was the first to break the silence. "Ambassador Chen, surely you cannot be serious. The Orion Sector War has claimed 17 billion lives across 12 systems. Your species stands to lose the most if we continue this charade." Chen interrupted, a bitter smile playing at the corners of her mouth. She gestured toward the holographic display floating above the conference table, where the proposed treaty terms glowed in soft blue light. 16 months of talks, and what do we have? A document that treats humans as junior partners in our own sector of space. The architect prime of the Silicon Collective, its geometric form pulsing with agitated light patterns, projected its thoughts directly into the translation network. The mathematical probability matrices clearly indicate that continued conflict will result in total economic collapse within 4.7 standard years. Logic dictates. Logic, Chen laughed, the sound sharp and humorless. You want to discuss logic? Let's examine the logical progression of these negotiations. She activated her personal display unit, and holographic charts materialized in the air before her. Phase 1. The Krex Dominion annexes 3 human colonies in the Tau Ceti system, claiming ancient territorial rights based on stellar surveys conducted 8,000 years ago by a species that went extinct before humans developed agriculture. The Krex delegate, Ambassador Thokmore, his reptilian features impassive behind his environmental suit, remained silent. His species had perfected the art of patient negotiation over millennia. Chen continued, her voice gaining strength. Phase 2. The ethereal syndicate blockades our trade routes through the Vega corridor, strangling commerce to 14 worlds and causing the deaths of 3 million humans from medical supply shortage. Their justification? We were disrupting cosmic harmonies with our FTL drives. A shimmer in the air marked the presence of the ethereal representative, its gaseous form barely perceptible, even to the chamber's advanced sensors. It spoke through modulated electromagnetic pulses. Your crude quantum tunneling technology creates ripples in the dimensional substrate that what? Chen's eyes blazed. That offend your aesthetic sensibilities. While children died on Kepler Station, waiting for insulin that couldn't get through your harmony zones. The temperature in the chamber seemed to drop several degrees. Admiral Korth of the Ursine Confederacy, his massive frame hunched forward, growled low in his throat. The human speaks truth words. We too have lost cubs to the Longteeth's territorial claims. His species had been humanity's closest allies in the conflict. Phase 3. Chen pressed on, ignoring the murmurs rippling through the assembly. The hive consciousness begins optimizing human worlds by releasing engineered viruses that transform our agricultural systems into their preferred silicon-based substrate. 17 worlds rendered uninhabitable. 400 million refugees. The hive's speaker unit, a grotesque fusion of organic and mechanical components, buzzed with electronic static. Optimization was for mutual benefit. Carbon-based inefficiencies were the foundation of our civilization. Chen slammed her palm against the table, the sound echoing through the chamber. And now, after 16 months of negotiations, what solution do you offer? A treaty that grants humans protected species status under Galactic Oversight Council supervision. She turned to address the assembled delegates directly. Protected species. Do you understand what that means? You're offering to put us in a zoo. To let us keep 12 worlds 12 out of the 300 we colonized as cultural preservation zones where we can maintain our primitive customs under the watchful guidance of our galactic superiors. Chancellor Vex Thara's primary arms gestured in what her species considered a calming manner. Ambassador, the Galactic Oversight Council has successfully mediated. Mediated what? The extinction of 6 species in the past millennium. The Cultural Integration Program, even her. We've done our research, Chancellor. Every species that accepted protected statuses under the Council's guidance has seen their population reduced to sustainable levels within 2 generations. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated outrage, denials, and accusations. Ancient enemies found themselves united in their shock at the humans' blunt assessment. Through it all, Chen stood perfectly still, waiting. When the noise subsided, she spoke again, her voice now calm and measured. We came to these talks in good faith, seeking a path to peace. What we found was a trial where the verdict had already been decided. You don't want to negotiate with humanity. You want us to accept our place in your galactic hierarchy. The Architect Prime's geometric form pulsed faster. Alternative proposals remain mathematically viable. Resource allocation matrices can be reconfigured to give us slightly better rations while we await our managed decline. Chen shook her head. No. We reject your offer of protection. We reject your oversight. We reject the premise that survival requires surrendering our independence. Ambassador Thokmore finally spoke, his voice carrying the weight of millennia. Then you choose extinction over wisdom, young species. The galaxy is vast and uncaring. Alone you will fall. Chen smiled, and for the first time since entering the chamber, it reached her eyes. You misunderstand us, Ambassador. We're not walking away to face the galaxy alone. We're walking away to face it as ourselves. She gathered her materials with unhurried precision, while 46 species watched in fascination and horror. The Terran Federation will honor existing humanitarian agreements and maintain open communication channels. But we will not accept subjugation disguised as salvation. As Chen moved toward the exit, Admiral Korth rose to his feet. Where the human friends go, the Confederacy follows. His massive form joined her at the chamber's threshold. One by one, representatives from 7 other species' younger races, who had joined the talks as observers, stood and followed. The chamber's ancient diplomatic protocols had no provision for such a mass exodus. Chancellor Vex Thara's voice carried across the thinning assembly. You cannot survive what's coming. The sector wars are only the beginning. Chen paused at the chamber's entrance, not turning back. Then we'll face what comes on our feet, not on our knees. The crystalline doors sealed behind them with a sound like breaking glass, leaving the remaining delegates to contemplate a galaxy where, for the first time in millennia, someone had chosen the uncertainty of freedom over the certainty of managed decline. In the vast darkness, beyond Concordia's viewports, the stars waited with ancient patience to see what humanity would make of its choice.